question. Are you serious right now? Even and I can actually carry a tune. There is absolutely no way that I would have done that. I would never have sang on national television. What was she thinking? Maybe Shakira was just giving her so many smiles and warm feelings that, she just couldn't help herself. She had to break out in song. Okay, we're here to do Married at First Sight. Season 16, episode 19. So this is the episode before decision day. I, like you guys, am here for it. I am looking forward to these next 2 weeks that I'm going to have as a break, and just being able to watch it and, just watch it, with everybody else without having to, talk about it. So anyway, where are we? We're looking at Clint, and he's telling us, hold on, I got the train, I got everything going on. Okay, so we're looking at Clint, and he's telling us that he is still blindsided by what Gina told the experts. And you know what? I have been rough on Clint, and I know why I'm rough on Clint. Because, I still don't see the game. I don't see all this game that he thinks that he has. And a lot of people are mad at Gina, and they think that she's being mean to Clint. She's telling Clint something that he needs to hear. And in order for Clint to have the kind of relationship that he says that he wants, he's going to have to become deeper and more multi-dimensional. And Gina does too. I'm hoping that this girl will look back at this experience and understand how much she has tied herself to her salon. So that is real criticism, that she needs to take to heart, just like this is real criticism, that Clint needs, to take to heart. So they go horseback riding, and then they have a picnic, and they actually, sit down and have a conversation. I'm really proud of Clint. This was another dimension that I saw. So I saw one when she was telling him about her employee quitting, and now I'm seeing this dimension of him that says, you know what, I'm going to put this on this part of this shelf here and give it some space to breathe so I can have a conversation about it. And if he had done that on the honeymoon, this would be a completely different situation. So I'm really happy, and I hope this is something that he incorporates, into himself, because it's just going to benefit him. So the thing that people see in Clint, that they like, if he grows, then that may be an enhancement, somewhere down the road. But he needs to be more dimensional himself. And it's really interesting. It kind of reminds me of Ben when he was judging Morgan for not being truthful. He was saying that she lied about having her bachelor's, in nursing, which she said she still had a few more credits, left to do. And he ended up lying and becoming the very thing that he said he didn't like about her. So like Clint started off, she can't shut up about her salon. I didn't see Clint at work. I've never seen Clint at work. Only thing I heard Clint talk about is that boat. And, going out and that fun, side of Clint. That Airris, like Airris said on the after show, that for some reason everybody, just seemed to be in love with. But that's not going to get Clint where he wants. So everybody, that's sitting there, don't let her change you, Clint. Clint needs to change. Clint needs to grow. And if you think that Clint is in a good place, then you're not looking out, for his best interest. He needs to be able to hear things about himself, just like Gina needs to be able to hear things, about herself. So to his fan club out there, miss me. I mean, you sound like you in a cult. I mean, if he told you like Jim Jones, let's get up and go somewhere, y'all will be on the first boat out of here to follow Clint. What else we got? Okay, so talked about Clint and Gina. Then Nicole and Chris, they go to dinner, and Nicole is drilling down on him about this move-in situation. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is something that the producers are pushing or if this is a real situation. So, I don't know. Yeah, because Lifetime, y'all been doing too much production. Now I'm having trouble trying to figure out, is it live or is it Memorex? Okay, somebody's gonna have to answer this question, for me. So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that right there because I don't even know how to comment, on it if I don't know what it is that I'm looking at. And so Kirsten and Shaq, they go. Is this when they go to the? No, I'm out of order. I'm looking at my videos and I can't even stay in order. But yeah, I'll talk about Kirsten and Shaq. That's fine. They go to Kirsten and Shaq, and they're at the songwriter's house studio, and Kirsten Child. I don't even know what possessed her, and I actually have to wonder if Shaquille was secretly laughing at her while seeming like he was giving her encouragement. I think she took it as encouragement, but I don't know. I see something else there. And I could be wrong. But yeah, so I like, who was it? Wade Wilson? Oh my goodness, that was cute. That was cute, buddy. And I thought that the songwriter really did a good job. She has a real talent to be able to just hear things and then immediately be able to put it in song. And then she tells Kirsten to keep singing. Girl. She better do it in the shower. Okay. So what are we doing? So then they go outside and they're talking about their future. And I'm going to tell y'all, Kirsten really surprised me. She has pulled something out on me that I don't recognize from her. And I'm going to have to defer to everything that I know about her up to this point. And I'm still going to say I don't believe her. It's nice to see it. It's nice to see her, have this level of communication. This is the deepest I think I've heard that I felt like came out of her mouth and actually connected, with something. I saw a connection within her as she's talking during this episode. And I'm skipping ahead. And she really surprised me when the guys showed up, Lifetime, with this produced mess. Somebody else pointed it out, too. Okay, so they all mic'd up. They all mic'd up and ready to go, Lifetime. But this is a random thing. Okay, yeah, I'm not doing this. I ain't doing this with y'all. But yeah, when the guy was talking to her, she really looked like, yeah, you need to get away from me. And I'm ready to go home, to my husband. Oh, my goodness. That was shocking. I did not expect that, from her. And same thing with Airris, but I'm not going to jump ahead. So she's telling him that he can trust and believe that when this process is over, then she's going to make her friends and family available, to him. And she's trying to convince, him of that. And my thing with Kirsten is you could have done this a long time ago. So this situation that you're in right now, you put yourself here. You put yourself here when you sat up and shot the man down, sat up and talked about his bald head. You put him away from you for X amount of time. And then now, if this is real, because I'm still not convinced, but I'm going to play along in this little scenario right now. And if this is real, then now there's this apprehension about, well, do you like me? Yes or no? And, I mean, I understand what people are saying, like about Shaq, that he needs to get over it. if he is going to decide to stay in the marriage, yeah, he is going to have to get over it. And if this is something that he's going to hold on to, then he needs to be able to tell himself the truth, about that, and then just call it quits. I don't think that they are going to call it quits. I think that they are going to say yes on decision day. Do I think that they are still together? No. If they are together, do I think that they're going to stay together forever and ever? No. No. I was surprised that Jamie and Beth lasted as long as they did. That girl acted, oh my goodness. So, yeah. I mean, I'm glad that they, tried. I actually have to commend them, for that. But I could see, I can understand what Jamie, is talking about. So, and I'm sure that he's not perfect, and Beth, has things that, she could communicate about, her too, because he kind of reminds me of Clint with that tit for tat. Because he'll get to a point, and he did this on the season too. He'll get to a point with her, and then he'll get back with her, but then her feelings will get hurt. But she'll be the one to have said something to make him, decide, okay, I'm finna go here, with you. So I can see the constant, circle, of it. And yeah, that could become toxic. So I hope, that they, like us, that we all, learn from things, and that whenever they decide to go into another relationship, or if they decide to get back together, that they are, whatever they do it in a better space. So that's Kirsten and Shaq. And then I skipped when Airris and McKinley were talking with each other. And I don't believe McKinley. I don't believe him. I think that he used whatever excuse to go into her DMs as a way to connect, with her, and which is ridiculous because, I mean, they all know each other. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. And I don't believe him. I was proud of Airris, though, for being able to recognize that this is something that he's not going to involve himself in, especially when Gina and Clint aren't feeling each other, anyway. It'd be different, I guess, if Clint, was feeling some kind of way, about her, and then he knew. But yeah, we all know that Gina and Clint are not going to be together past decision day. So that's a done deal. But still, I was glad that Airris was able to recognize his part in that whole scenario was just to stay, out of it. And so Dr. Pepper and Cal come over and meet with Jasmine and Airris. And I'm skipping again because Jasmine and Airris they have a date. They're kayaking. And they had a good time, which is really cool. I feel sorry for Airris. I really do, because whatever is going on with him mentally is blocking him from being able to have this experience, with Jasmine. And the belief system that he has told himself is what is preventing him from being able to have that level of relationship. And I don't know if y'all remember me talking about this cloud that he has, over him, that I see, over him. And Jasmine says that his mother is one of the nicest people she's ever met in her entire life. And his own sperm donor could not find it within himself to commit himself to Airris' own mother, as wonderful of a woman as she is. He had to leave his wife and his child because there was a part of him that couldn't give her what she needed in a husband. And Airris is doing the same thing. It is tragic what I'm looking at. And I really am praying for him. I'm praying that that his cousin is wrong, that this actually turns out to be something that he can learn from and that will help him, become a better human being. and really be able, to get the life and have the life, that I think he wants. I think he wants a wife and a family, but he is definitely in his own way. And I don't believe him. I don't believe him. And I'm glad that when Jasmine is talking with the girls, when they go out, that she's communicating, that she understands that he could be saying one thing to her and then end up doing something else. Because that's exactly what I see in Airris. I don't believe him. Would I like to believe him? Yes. Do I believe him? No. Okay, so night out before decision day. Yeah, so the guys and the girls are talking. I thought it was, interesting conversation. Everybody's saying the same thing over. I did like, Jasmine's communication. So we'll see. I think she's going to say, if she has to go first, I think she's going to say yes. And I could see Airris saying yes if he goes first. But do I see them together? No. He should say no, and she should say no. So, y'all can go and check that when they all go out. Like I said, Kirsten, I was shocked. Really. I mean, that just really took me. I was looking at her like, what? So they go home, and Nicole tells Chris about this dude that was pushing up on Jasmine. Lifetime. Don't be gassing this girl up. I mean, I don't know if this guy was really interested in her, if that was something that production, juiced up, as well. They need to quit. I'm serious. Y'all need to stop it. I mean, it really does take away, from the experience when you're just doing ridiculous stuff like that. So, that was basically the end of the episode with everybody coming home from their night out. Who was it? Jasmine and Airris, had a little conversation. And then Kirsten and Shaq. I leave it in your hand, Lord. I leave it to Jesus. It's up to Jesus. Child, you know what? I'm not going to go there because I'm not going to make my head. I don't need my head to be hurting right now. It really pains me when I listen to Christians, especially, black Christians. And this is a story time. So I went to this, it was Nurses Week here in San Francisco recently. And I went to an event. And I actually got a chance, to talk to some nurses. They were black, and they were from, two of them from Alabama. And I think one was from Arkansas, and then I forgot where the other one was from, North Carolina or something like that, I think. And the only one that treated me like a sister was the one from Arkansas. And that mess that I saw out of them jokers, out of those other ones, it just potentiates how I feel about, what is it? With the people I call the boule. Black people with money. When you look down on your own people using white supremacy as your standard, the disgust. So y'all think that y'all laughing at me, but what you're really doing is creating disgust within me. So you think I'm funny, and you running away from me. Run away from me. I really don't want to be, as much as you don't want to be around me, child, I don't want to be around you either. So now I'm starting to learn how to recognize you guys. And when I sniff you out, then I'll do both of us a favor as well, and I'll get away from you. It's just disgusting that professionals can't even come together. I mean, they had no respect for me as a woman. They had no respect for me as a black woman. They had no respect for me as a nurse. It was really disgusting. And I don't know what it is that they think that's so great, about them, that they need to use me to make themselves feel better. But, it's really disgusting. especially knowing what I know. I know more about them than they could ever be able to discern about me. So, you guys don't know what you're doing. This is why we're dying. Every time you get on your high horse and you look down your nose at somebody, you're killing them. So they think that they're helping, that they're saving lives. You're killing them. Spiritually, you're killing your own people when you do idiotic stuff like that. You don't know what you look like, and there's nothing Christian about you. Everything that I saw in them was tear behavior, but I'm the one that's messed up. See, this is the kind of the insanity. You know, this is why people take drugs. Drugs is not going to solve your problem, but this is why they take drugs, because they see how crazy the society that we live in is an insane asylum. And the criminals are the ones that's running the government. We are being governed by a bunch of crooks. So I had to do that story time because it's been bothering me. And it's just really, it's sad. I mean, it's to the point when I look at these comments, and, you know, I actually get some pretty good comments. So, you know, I do appreciate, you know, people commenting. But when I look at these comments, you know, denigrating Gina and Nicole and, you know, and Jasmine, you know, I look at the videos and everybody's pumping up Clint and, you know, not really using wisdom and discernment, you know. But Gina, you ugly. Nicole, you talk too much. Nicole thinks she this, that, and the third. Nicole knows what she is. And that's one of the things that I like about her. She knows who she is. And I think that she's learned even more about herself through this process. So do I hope that her and Chris make it past decision day? Yes, I do. But yeah, that's all I see that has any potential of making it. And I hope, again, that this is Lifetime producing us about this apartment business. So this is good. I'm at 23 minutes. Anybody who's hanging in there with me, I sure appreciate y'all. And is there anything else that I have? Yeah, I think that's it. So I'll talk to y'all.